All right, you're frustrated with the crypto market and you're ready to sell off and get out of here. You're done with it. Everybody is feeling that. I promise you, everybody you talk to is feeling that same sentiment. And as you look on the screen, we see the sea of red. There's your favorite project down 5, 10, 15%. We are feeling it. I hear you. We all feel it. But what is causing this crash that we see in the crypto market? Could it be related to your project? Or could it be the economy itself? Or could it be a part of a bigger plan? Let's dive into that and let's find out more. Okay, before we dive into the video and the news stories, I know you're frustrated. I'm frustrated. Everybody is frustrated, which is good to know because then you know it's not just you. So in this video, my goal is going to be to help you understand the economy a little bit differently and see where we're in the market and see where we're at as far as the adoption stage. So when you go to make your investments, you have a better understanding of what's really happening. You're not telling yourself you're crazy for being in crypto, because I know being in the market for a while, you start asking yourself, is this a scam? Is this something really for me? Or somebody pulling a fast one on me? Like, these thoughts do creep up, right? I know you've probably felt that before. So let's go ahead and dive into these news stories and get a better understanding of the crypto market, and not just the crypto market, but the economy as well, because there's a bigger picture at play here outside of just the crypto projects that is affecting this market. So let's go ahead and dive in. So let's start off with the news story. It's not really a news story so much, but it's more tying into these stories coming up, which is that on November 22nd, 2025, we have Swift switching over to ISO 20022 messaging system. As we know, that's a big deal because that's moving into the crypto stage. That's turning on crypto for the world, and we're about to move into that stage. And coming up even more, we have January 2026 coming up, which we should see the mass adoption fully take place. All the banks will be on the ISO 20022 messaging system. So this is when you're going to start seeing crypto adoption come into place. We should have Clarity Act either signed by then or somewhere around then. And we're going to start seeing these XRP ETFs, HBAR ETFs, even Doge has ETFs. All these ETFs are about to start flooding the market at the same time. Mass amount of liquidity is going to hit the market at the same time. This is the story we're going to talk about. There is going to be an influx of money moving into the market very shortly. And if you want to rush out of the market and quit now, that is your prerogative. This is not financial advice. Or if you want to hold tight, get ready for it, understand what's going to come around the corner and prepare for it and prepare your family for it, then stick around for this video. So let's go ahead and dive into what we looked on the market, the charts. So on the total on TradingViews, this is crypto total market. You can see on October 6th through November 17th, 2025, we have lost $1.15 trillion alone. So little over a month, the crypto market has lost over $1 trillion. That's what you're feeling in the market. We are feeling the repercussions of money leaving the crypto market. But one of the reasons I feel like we're seeing that happening is because these major institutions and investors and governments, they want to shake out the retail's hands. They don't want you holding this crypto project, right? They don't want you making a bunch of money off of this. They want it for themselves. I mean, can you blame them? They're a business. It's what they do. It's how this operates. Take the emotion out of it. That's just the facts. But we are seeing that happening right now. But what else is causing that? Well, we know that ISO is going to turn on soon, but what else is going on? So let's go ahead and look at this news stories from Vandal from Black Swan Capitalist. He was pointing out on November 16th, 2025, it says, there's stress building in the plumbing of the United States financial system, the repo markets. The repo crisis of 2019 happened under identical circumstances. When it happens, policymakers have only one response: flood the system with liquidity. So what happened during the 2019 repo market crisis is we ended up essentially printing $500 to $550 billion to pump into the market. Quantitative easing went out, money hit the market, liquidity hit the market, and people started pumping. But when that happens, you always see that inflation goes up, right? Then right behind that, as we moved into 2022, another, was it $4.5 trillion was printed in that time period to help with the pandemic. So we've had all this money hitting our U.S. national debt. We have liquidity being pumped. Money is flowing as it shouldn't. And then we always have to have a market correction. So what else has happened is from 2020 to 2025, we had, and this is from Vandal as well, so you read the screen, it says $24.5 trillion in total debt in 2020, $38.2 trillion in debt 2025. We added $14 trillion in 5 years. Total normal behavior for a stable empire. So we've added $14 trillion into our national debt. We are pumping more money than we have into our system. That's going to create hyperinflation. But what's important to note is that we are at a time of the 100-year economic cycle where our currencies have to change because our debt-based fiat system just does not work anymore. As you're seeing, they're dumping $14 trillion into the market, and it's still not fixing the problem. But the Fed and the government doesn't know how to do anything other than take the money from their people and print more money and screw it up worse is all they know how to do, right? So that's what we're looking at right now is we're at a point where they're about to start printing more money and dumping more money in the market to break that market. And it's not just the United States, but it's actually the world economy is crashing. If you're not aware of this fact yet, take a look at this. This is from the Kabasi letter. It says, current situation. The U.S. is preparing $2,000 stimulus checks. Japan is preparing $110 billion stimulus package. China has approved $1.4 trillion stimulus package. The Fed is officially ending QT on December 1st, which is going to quantitative easing, which is more money flowing in the market. The U.S. is issuing $1.9 trillion in treasuries per year. Canada is restarting its quantitative easing program. Global M2 money supply is at a record $137 trillion. Global rate cuts are at 320 plus over the last 24 months. In what world is another wave of inflation not on its way? So what's important to understand is global economies are dumping their markets with money. They're inflating this economy up, and everybody's in debt. They're going to have to switch that debt somehow. And this is where people believe that the crypto assets are the answer. So we're thinking and we're speculating as we're looking at all these different news stories that once they turn on crypto and they change their prices, let's say like they did with Bitcoin and Ethereum, now let's look at the governments and central banks owning these digital assets at $2, $3, and those assets eventually go up to 500, 1,000, or whatever they may be. I'm not trying to put a number on it, just think big numbers. They can gobble up all these digital assets to offset their debt and wash out the economy, restart it, rebalanced. And this is where we hear our administration saying that the world economy will be on an even playing field. So if everybody restarts their economy, everybody restarts their economy on a new payment system, under a new asset, under new currency, then everybody's on an even playing field, everything's washed out. This is a belief out there that we're seeing that crypto is going to wipe out the world's debt. And if that's the case, then of course they're going to shake out retail investors for themselves because they need all these assets for themselves. This is just a theory, but you let me know what you think down in the comments below. That's all I have for you in this video. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what the market's doing. It's not just your crypto projects failing. There is a bigger plan at play, which is our world economy is crashing and they have to fix it, and they have to fix it quick. So hopefully you got something out of this. If you did, definitely leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe, all those YouTube things. That's all I have for you on this video. But as always, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, become the change you want to see. I'll see you on the next one.